Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Unlike other animated shows, it's really hard to find mistakes in Bluey. After rewatching the episodes countless times, we've managed to catch a few mistakes. And in this video, we're going to take a look at some of those. Like in our previous videos, we talked about the errors we found in the episode Spy Game, but we missed the funniest error in that episode. And thanks to our viewer for helping us notice the error. So right when the barbecue is on fire, Mackenzie's dad walks right through it. Let's slow it down a bit. Right here, we can see Mackenzie's dad walks right through the fire. It seems like even the animators panicked after seeing the barbecue catch fire. Moving on, in the episode Muffin Cone, Trixie and Muffin are going to Bluey's house, and in the scene where Trixie is driving, we spotted a really quick animation error. Right at this moment, when Trixie is talking with Muffin, the dark spot on her face disappears for a split second. This was a really hard to notice error, but our sharp eye managed to catch it. And I think we deserve a like for this effort. In the episode Trampoline, Bluey and Bingo are having fun playing on a trampoline with Bandit. And in one of the scenes, where Bluey and Bingo are running on the trampoline, a small error occurs. Right at the moment when Bluey dives in the trampoline, the spot that is on her back appears on her belly. Maybe the spot also bounced from back to front. Now for this next one, I'm not really sure if this is an error or not, and it happens in the episode Ghost Basket. Here, the healers are playing a game of pretend where Bandit is pretending to be an estate agent selling the granny's house to Mum, but Janet and Rita do not want to move out. So, they plan to scare out Chili by pretending to be a ghost. During one of the scenes, where Bandit is trying to prevent Chili from knowing that there's a ghost in the house, he makes an expression. And right under his eye, we can notice some sort of line. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be an error, or if it is used knowingly to make the expression. Honestly, I think it's an error, because even without this thing, Bandit's expression looks the same. Here we have edited out the line, and we can notice that the expression is similar to before. So, what do you think about this one? Let me know in the comments. Now this next error is small one, and by small we mean really small. And it has to do with this ladybug. Right here, if we zoom onto the ladybug, we can notice it has 3 spots on its back. But when we get the zoom in view, it has now 4 spots. Now we have to be honest here, it took us ages to find this error. And if you guys want us to find more error like this one, like the video. Now this next error is really funny. In the episode Favorite Thing, let's look at Bingo's plate for a moment. As we can see, there are 4 cherry tomatoes on Bingo's plate. And while trying to grab it with the fork, one falls down the table. And the other one flies and splashes on Bandit's head. So now there are only 2 remaining, right? But the mistake is, moments later when we see the plate from different angle, we can notice that there are still 4 tomatoes in it. Now this is what we call tomato multiplication magic. Now this next error is the funniest one ever. In the episode Pirate, when Bandit is playing with Bluey and Bingo, swinging in a hammock and pretending to be a pirate ship. If you slow down the scene and watch it in slow motion, you'll notice that when Bandit lets the hammock swing, something very strange happens. Bandit's 2 ears merge into one for a brief moment, creating a rather strange face. Bandit looks more like a unicorn than a dog. Now this error is really weird. In the episode Hotel, Bluey and Bingo decide to run a crazy hotel, with Bandit acting as their put-upon guest. And right when the girls are showing the available rooms to Bandit, we can notice, beside room number 1, there's a picture of Bandit and Chili. But the mistake is, moments later when they pass by room number 6, the picture from earlier reappears. Maybe the animators forgot to put up a different picture there. In the episode Puppets, Bluey and Bingo are having fun playing with a puppet unicorn. In one of the scenes, when the unicorn sees Chili, it gets stunned by her beauty and wants to go on a date with her. And right when the unicorn is moving towards Chili, its beard detaches from its chin. If we slow down the scene, we can see the unicorn's beard detaching from its chin. We had to replay this scene multiple times to catch this error. The unicorn was so stunned by Chili that even its beard came of its chin. In the episode Fruit Bat, during nighttime when Bluey and Bingo are getting ready for bed, we can notice Bingo doing tactical wee. But the issue is, if we look through the window of the washroom, we can notice that it's daytime outside. It seems like animators forgot to look outside the window. In the episode Honk, as Socks runs into shot, The black fur covering her left eye enlarges and covers most of the upper part of her face. However, when she stands still to ask Stripe to play honk, her fur is back to normal. Going back to the pirate episode, we noticed even more mistake in the same scene we talked about earlier. In fact, at the same moment when Bandit's ears merge into one, we see that the color of Bandit's head fur changes. Bandit has predominantly dark blue fur in the front, but it's lighter in the back. But we see that it becomes much lighter in the front at that moment, right next to his right eye, where it should be all dark blue. But that's not all. Right after that, something even stranger happens. This time, instead of his ears merging into one, Bandit's eyes merge into one, and he becomes a kind of mutant cyclops. Additionally, his snout also disappears for a brief moment, making him truly unrecognizable. But then he quickly returns to normal. Poor Bandit. I don't think there's an episode where he hasn't suffered an animation error. The hotel episode is one of my favorites because watching Bingo play the crazy assistant is hilarious. But it's not her impersonation that's wrong, it's what happens during it. When Bluey, as the hotel manager, removes the crazy assistant, we see that next to the suitcase is the toy snake used by Bingo when she enters the room. However, when the crazy assistant returns just seconds later, the toy has moved and is farther from Bandit's suitcase. This one was hard to notice, but we somehow managed to catch it. In the episode Double Babysitters, Uncle Rad and Frisky unexpectedly babysit Bluey and Bingo. Initially hesitant, Bluey warms up to them through games and storytelling, learning to trust them and overcoming past fears. In one of the scenes where Uncle Rad and Frisky are talking to Bluey and Bingo, we see some objects in the room, and one of them is a rainbow flag behind Rad and Frisky. After some frame changes, the rainbow flag which was hanging at the back is no longer seen. It seems like the rainbow flag was actually a magical cloak. Now this next error is really confusing. In the episode Mums and Dads, when Indy and Rusty pretend to be parents, they struggle to agree on who should get a job. Later, Indy finds it hard to get a babysitter, and Bluey pretends Rusty is her baby. And I have to say, I felt sorry for Rusty when Bluey forced him to wear kids' clothes and pretend to be a baby. But that's not the mistake here. In the scene where Bluey is literally chasing Rusty with a baby stroller to get him back to playing, they pass by two kids on a swing. But these kids don't attend this school because they're Bingo's classmates. And we all know Bingo and Bluey go to different schools. Seems like even animators got confused about the characters. But I don't blame them. There are so many characters in Bluey that it can be hard to keep track of everyone. So these were some of the errors we found in Bluey. And if you have noticed any other errors that you would like to share, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And as always, we'll see you all in the next one.